Everyone there was very creative, very inventive, very had broad tastes. There was not much consciousness about daytimes and drive times and night times and late night. Those ideas meant nothing to us, and they really didn't even come around until later.
So you could hear the same given song any time of the day.
Any time of the day. But you know, you're free to play whatever you wanted to play.
What was your musical background going into KZAP? What were your tastes?
Well, you know, I was a serious record collector in my early teens, and like I said, I used to actually import records from a shop in London when I was 15, 16 years old. I would sell them to my classmates. That way I could get like the latest English albums before they came out in America. So and I was a serious record collector by 59. I started in 59. I was 9 years old, and you know, I was a serious record collector by the middle 60s, and I would bring some of my personal stuff into the station. But you know, I was very serious about getting service, very serious about building a library, getting back catalog, and everyone else on the staff was the same way. So people would bring in music and bring in their own records, and I'm sure Mick would bring us records. I know he did, and you know, and we all had the same vision, the same cause, and we all worked at it.
So you all were kind of like musicologists.
Definitely.
You all
Definitely.
Steve Rosetta, who was the manager of KXOA at the time, went to KSFM and took the concept with him up there because he thought it was a great concept. Because he followed me, I remember, to KGMS in early '73 from KXOA. So Steve comes over, makes me music director. That fell apart. I was out of work for about 4 months, got my full back pay, came back in. And by that time, Steve had Earth Radio running up in Woodland, but he took the concept from KXOA FM and just called it Earth Radio up there. I guess so we wouldn't have any problems, because Earth Rock was probably a trademark of Drake Chenault.
That's right. That's what Don Wright says.
Yeah. So yeah, he's right on that count. And so I wasn't too much in contact with the Earth. Was it rock people? Because
wait, I've lost track now. What was Earth Rock? who called?
I have to get those stickers I have in the closet from KSFM Earth Radio. That's what it was, Earth Radio.
Well, Earth Radio, I know what that was, but Earth Rock was already used by Drake
Chenault. And that may have been something that...
from another market, or was it...
No, I think it was unique to us.
People knew about segues. They knew how to get a song going and what would sound good after it. Sometimes, especially at KZAP, you would put a record on not knowing what you're going to play next, and then you just frantically have 4 or 5 minutes to go around the control room trying things out until you found one that would flow right out of it. And the best ones were the ones where you couldn't tell where one ended and the other ones began. Much like a disco jock does now to dance.
Yeah, except that's all about beats. It has
that's all about beats, right.
Beats per minute and all that. And with the type of segues we're talking about, it had nothing to do with beats.
No. No, and it could go from down-tempo to up-tempo, but chances are you'd get these moods going and they'd ebb and flow, and sometimes you were successful.
And you kind of like paint a picture, tell a story with these segues.
Right, and I'd do sets that had to do with, sometimes I'd do sets that were just fun to back announce. I remember doing a whole set of, there was a song called No, 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 and one called Why, and one called Run, Run, Run. And I mean, and when it got to the end, it was just a lot of good rock and roll, but you had a great time back announcing it. Or you'd do sets based on themes. You know, I didn't do the show, but I engineered for Captain Carrot when he'd do his health food show in Sacramento for several years. And a lot of times, while he was doing his show, I'd try and figure out a song that had to do with what he'd been talking about, which is difficult when maybe the subject is, you know, coffee enemas or something. But you try and have something to come out of the show that would be fun to listen to and tie in. And I mean, you couldn't do that now.
It doesn't take much to make somebody punch out. They don't even know why they punch out.
Right. Before it was just too much of a hassle to turn the dial to find the station.
And now it's very convenient. I think my car has like 20 presets on it.
Right.
So, I mean, I can sit there all day. It's just like TV. But when I grew up with television, I think we had 3 channels. Yeah. And I remember being fully entertained by the content on television.
Yeah.
Now I have like 120, and I can't believe I sit there for 10 minutes and there's nothing I want to watch.
Right, right.
I can't believe it.
What is up with that?
So, you know, quantity certainly has nothing to do with the value of entertainment.
Right, right. So, looking back,
I think we had a purpose back then.
Right.
I think we felt more.
Was it, how much of it had to do with community, like really the desire to lead the community or
Well,
touch the community?
I don't think that we knew anything other than the fact that we were touching the community. I think that back then people weren't so bombarded by promotion.